MVA seat sharing talks are underway, and according to sources, 39 out of 48 seats have been sealed. The deal for these seats have been sealed. There are concerns over 9 seats. There are differences over the 9 seats, but that seems to be something that they are working it out, according to what sources are saying. And there's a crucial MVA meeting in Pune tomorrow. Voting for the Lok Sabha elections, though, is less than 3 months away. And that's voting. You have the campaign before that, and several other important phases. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress are set to hold joint press conferences to announce seat-sharing deals for Goa, Haryana, Delhi, Gujarat, among others. Congress, meanwhile, seems to be in talks with TMC in Bengal after Mamata Banerjee announced that they are going solo. If they manage to crack this, it's going to be quite something for the Congress. But is Congress really coming down to a secondary party now when compared to the regional alliances or the regional parties in the states? Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi is in Varanasi, and he strongly spoke against dynastic politics as he has been speaking. He slammed the Congress for dynastic politics, as well as Rahul Gandhi for thinking that the youth in Uttar Pradesh are alcoholics. Let's listen in.
मैं तो इनकी बातें सुनकर हैरान हूं। कांग्रेस के शाही परिवार के युवराज का कहना है और चौंक जाएंगे आप। कांग्रेस के युवराज परिवार ने क्या कहा? वो कह रहे हैं और काशी की धरती पर आके कह रहे हैं, काशी के नौजवान, यूपी के नौजवान नशेड़ी है। ये कैसी भाषा है भाई? मोदी को गाली देते देते तो इन्होंने 2 दशक बिता लिए, लेकिन अब ईश्वर रूपी जनता जनार्दन पर, यूपी के नौजवानों पर ही ये लोग अपनी फ्रस्ट्रेशन निकाल रहे हैं। जिनके अपने होश ठिकाने नहीं है, वो यूपी के मेरे काशी के बच्चों को नशेड़ी कह रहे हैं।
वाराणसी में देखा मैंने, रात को बाजा बज रहा है, ठहर जा, बाजा बज रहा है, वहां पे शराब पिए, यूपी का भविष्य रात को शराब पिए नाच रहा है, डांस कर रहा है।
I'm being joined right now by Pradeep Mahaur, who's a BJP leader, Harish, Shankar, Gupta, spokesperson for Congress, Kishore Tiwari, spokesperson for Shiv Sena. Thank you very much. I'm also being joined by Varun Singh, who's a political analyst. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. Well, first to you, Harish, Shankar, Gupta. Harish, Shankar, it seems that okay, we seem to have some issues with Harish Shankar's line. Pradeep Mahaur, to you first. How do you really look at what's happening right now? It seems that India bloc is getting its act together. It's coming together after what seems to be the success with the clinching the deal with Samajwadi Party, between the Congress and the Samajwadi Party. Now you have a series of discussions or seat-sharing talks that seem to be finalized or in the phase of the last finalizing. So it seems that they are getting their act together, and if they do manage to do that with the regional parties in different states, this can, how do you look at opposing all of this? Because till now, you have been saying that it's a divided house, but if they manage to pull this unity off, how are you going to combat this?
Still it is a divided house. In fact, still it is a divided house. In fact, this alliance is not an alliance, actually. It is a combination that they have made out of frustration. You know, what happens is when people feel that they have nothing to gain, I mean, they are at the bottom. So I have been saying quite a lot of times that Congress has lost the ground in India, everywhere in India, in fact. And this is the reason they find themselves very helpless. So that is the reason what you have seen now. What they are doing is they are a secondary party everywhere. Congress, which is known to be the national party, when they are compromising on number of seats, and they are coming and saying that we'll fight on minimal number of seats, and the regional party should be the major player in the ground. That means that they have understood that they are nowhere in the game at all. So this itself shows their frustration. Second thing is Aam Aadmi Party. I mean, Aam Aadmi Party is such a party which was continuously claiming before when Sheila Dikshit was there. That time they were claiming that they had a lot of proofs against Sheila Dikshit and corruption charges against Congress. Whatever they do, they will not correlate or create any kind of relations with Congress. This was their sentence that they used to say. Now they have compromised on everything. So this is the politics. This is a kind of politics. This is like something like just for the sake of gaining some few votes. They are doing it. But ultimately, people of India are very intelligent now. They understand that these kind of alliances will not work. In fact, they will have problems in coordination. Their local leaders who were fighting with each other, they will not be able to work properly. In the same manner, the people of individual states where they are having time, they are therefore going to have problems there.
Pradeep Mahaur, you made that argument, but let's face the fact. It's not just the Congress or the India alliance. Remember, there are so many times when you have made such strong statements but call them all back with so much of love, whether it be Nitish Kumar or in the north or Jagdish Shettar in the south. So let's not have that high-handedness itself. Politics में ये सब चलता है, आपको भी पता है. This love loss thing doesn't last anywhere. Anyone who comes back and has the vote capacity is a dear friend. BJP has also proved that.
They do not have vote capacity.
Taking what you have argued.
Yeah, they do not have vote capacity.
Taking your argument to Harish Shankar Gupta, how do you respond, Harish Shankar Gupta? If at all the India bloc does manage to get its act together, and there seems to be some signs at least, do you now see a drastic change in politics officially? Now, Congress may well be a second player in a second fiddle or a secondary player in most of the allies. But even if that gets together, how do you respond to what the BJP is saying?
स्नेहा जी देखिए, पहले तो जो माहौर साहब ने जो बात कही है उसके लिए मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि देखिए 2024 का लोकसभा का चुनाव है और हम लोग राजनीतिक पार्टी हैं, चुनाव लड़ती हैं, सत्ता में आती हैं, सत्ता में नहीं आती हैं. उन्होंने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा कि हम सेकेंडरी पार्टी हैं बीजेपी के, क्योंकि हम सत्ता में नहीं है अभी, और जब सेकंड है तभी तो फर्स्ट आने की बात करेंगे हम. तो फर्स्ट आने की बात कर रहे हैं. महागठबंधन इसलिए बनाया गया है, इसमें यह सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता कि राज्यों के अंदर जो गठबंधन हमारा लाइक माइंडेड पार्टीज के साथ में हो रहा है उनके साथ में सेकंड फिडल में हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं. ये सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता. और दूसरा, इन्होंने कहा कि जनता बड़ी समझदार है. हाँ, जनता बड़ी समझदार है, तभी तो पिछले 2019 के चुनाव में 38% वोट बीजेपी को मिला था, 62% वोट बाकी पार्टीज को मिला था अगर वो इकट्ठा होकर लड़ती थी. और आज ये स्थिति पैदा हो गई है पूरे देश में, इसलिए बीजेपी का दम निकला हुआ है. बीजेपी को घबराहट और भय है कि अगर ये 62% वोट इकट्ठा होकर हमारे खिलाफ लड़ेगा तो हम लोग कहां पर पहुंचेंगे, हमारी स्थिति क्या होगी, चुनाव में कहां जीत पाएंगे हम लोग. तो आज हर स्टेट के अंदर मैं आपको ये एश्योरेंस देता हूं, एक अगले सप्ताह के अंदर सारी स्टेट्स के अंदर गठबंधन अपनी जगह पर स्थापित हो जाएगा और महागठबंधन का रूप ले लेगा. देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश में हो गया, बिहार में हो गया, वेस्ट बंगाल के अंदर हो गया, असम के अंदर हो गया और दिल्ली के अंदर हो गया, मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर हो गया. तो ये एक हफ्ता के अंदर सारा गठबंधन महागठबंधन का रूप ले लेगा. उस समय बीजेपी की स्थिति क्या होगी, उस समय ये क्या कहेंगे, ये आपको सोचने की जरूरत है. आज ये लोग घबराहट और भय के कारण से तमाम अपोजिशन पार्टीज के जो विपक्ष के नेता हैं उनके पीछे ईडी और सीबीआई को लगाकर उनको तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उनको छिन-भिन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. इसका सीधा एग्जांपल जो है वेस्ट बंगाल ले लीजिए, दिल्ली ले लीजिए, झारखंड ले लीजिए, मध्य प्रदेश ले लीजिए, तमाम जगह पर इन्होंने पूरी ताकत के साथ में उनको दमन करने का चक्र शुरू किया हुआ है। ये घबराहट का परिचय है। अगर आपको फेयर गेम खेलना है तो आप लड़िए, और जो कार्रवाई ईडी सीबीआई विपक्ष के नेताओं के खिलाफ कर रही है, अगर उसी तरह की कार्रवाई
लेकिन एक
अगर
बात है,
बीजेपी के नेताओं के
एक
खिलाफ
बात
भी
है,
होती।
आई हैव टू ब्रिंग दिस इन टुडे। नहीं, एक बात मुझे आपने ये उठाई है तो मुझे आपसे पूछना, चलिए लेट मी आल्सो गेट इन किशोर तिवारी एट दिस पॉइंट। लेट मैं उनका भी एक रिस्पांस ले लूं, फिर मैं वापस आऊंगी आपके पास। किशोर तिवारी, I mean, it sounds very positive with what's happening in MVA. It seems that there are these seats that have come together. Conclusions have come in. Only 9 remain. There's a major meeting tomorrow in Pune. But how do you all look at two parties? Let me ask you this clearly. I mean, you are allies. You may not be very honest, but how do you look at the strength of the BJP and the strength of the Congress as its ally?
If you look at Gupta ji's version, that in fact the BJP has the highest votes in 2019, and still its share was around 38%. Now we have decided from very beginning that a major opposition party will have a one-to-one fight with the BJP. Now our target is around 400 seats where the one-to-one fight will be there. And as per my information, around 336 seats we have already arrived to the one consensus that we will be fighting over it. And in Maharashtra also we have accommodated Prakash Ambedkar, and now we will sacrifice whose quota that finalized, and not 39 seats, around 44 seats we have already decided. Now, in Maharashtra, there is no issue at all. And today, I think your major hurdle was the UP, and it has been sorted out. And Arvind Kejriwal has taken very good initiative after Rahul Gandhi has given a proper space to the regional parties. Now, Sneha, look at the political equations. BJP has done a maximum in 2019 election in MP, UP, Bihar, then even Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. So they cannot improve their importance. Now Telangana, Karnataka is there, and Maharashtra is there. So there will be a positive impact of opposition unity index, and BJP will be losing around 140 seats, and I don't see BJP will be having more than 180 seats. And in Maharashtra, as far as the opposition unity index is on top, Maharashtra BJP will not take, as per today's equation, I think BJP will draw the big zero. So the matter of concern, if Modi wants to repeat, or he wants to do the hat-trick, he has to come down to the Matochri, and he has to place with his feet to the
That's a very strong statement. That's a very, very strong statement that BJP will take a zero. But Varun Singh, how do you look at what he is claiming right now? Let's look practically at everything. Prime Minister Modi is in his home turf. He's gone all guns blazing. He is every day in and out going all guns blazing primarily against the Congress, and then, largely against the opposition. But they are out rallying. I mean, their rallies have started. You can just look at the images. Their rallies have started. You, of course, have Rahul Gandhi's Yatra, but Rahul Gandhi's Yatra, which is happening right now, thankfully has started getting the positive garnering, in the sense that at least the states that he's crossing has started seeing his supporters, his party alliance coming together. 25th is going to be a big day where Akhilesh is likely to join, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is going to be there, Rahul Gandhi is going to be there. Now, my question is, in terms of optics, can the India alliance make up for what seems to be the BJP's already fast-tracked move?
Sneha, two things. Firstly, it's a good sign that the opposition is uniting. I also have said it earlier that it is very difficult for so many opposition parties to come together and they fight elections. But happy to see that a country like India that needs a strong opposition, at least some opposition parties are coming together. And the Congress, high time that it has to introspect and realize that it has to be the second fiddle if it has to be in the game. But I also have to point out certain other things. My fellow panelist Kishorji said something like Modi will have to visit Matoshri too, or Matoshri, whichever house Uddhav Thackeray currently stays in. That is too much, too far fetched, because at this point, Uddhav Thackeray, his political party, and he himself is dependent on others to salvage him. The opposition coming together in Pune tomorrow discussing a good sign for democracy, but can they dent the BJP to an extent that is being talked about? I would say no, because on ground, the opposition unity has not yet come, and they haven't even held a single rally together so that one could gauge whether they have the support of the common voters or not. So, being ambitious is fine, but in politics, being over ambitious and not being able to gauge what is actually happening on the ground can cause them heavily. A happy thing that the opposition is coming together, but I think they are very late in the day, because the BJP already commenced its Lok Sabha yatra or Lok Sabha rallies or Lok Sabha biggle that they had to blow already happened almost 6 months ago. The Prime Minister is visiting almost all the states in the country wherever he feels the party needs to win. And in Maharashtra also, the consolidation of votes is happening in favor of, I wouldn't say MVA, because if you see MVA, most of the parties are left with very minuscule leaders. Most of their MLAs, most of the MPs have abandoned them. The opposition will have to work hard,
Right.
and sadly, they do not have the time right now to work that hard to win elections.
Right. Okay. All right. In fact, Pradeep Mahaur, one thing that the BJP is not shy about is a Congress Mukt Bharat. But the fact how Congress is now strategizing, you may call it a second fiddle, you may call it a secondary party, whatever. But the fact that the way Congress is now managing to work with other regional parties, that target of yours may still be far-fetched. Is that a concern?
No, not at all. In fact, what they think is politics, they consider politics as a mathematics. Mathematics like there will be some followers or some supporters of Samajwadi Party and some supporters of Congress. And if they combine all those voters, they are going to win the seat. This is what they feel. But what happens is when Samajwadi Party and Congress combine together, the voters of Congress are not willing to vote for Samajwadi Party, and voters of Samajwadi Party are, in some cases, are not willing to vote for Congress. So this brings a better edge for BJP. BJP was rather happy that they make an alliance.
Pradeep sir, remember what you're talking. आप nationally ये बोल रहे हैं, but remember what's happening in south of India. It's the same story that you are doing. You are also going to be allying with parties eventually when you fight elections there. So it's the same calculation that you will also be doing, sir.
That's what I'm saying. These calculations work at some places, and especially at the places where you have some kind of a common thinking pattern. But these parties do not have anything in common. These parties they are completely fragmented. Think about Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal has different theory altogether. Congress has a different theory. Arvind Kejriwal came to power in Delhi while opposing Congress only, and now he's combining with them. So what will happen? Will the followers or supporters of Arvind Kejriwal vote for Congress? Not at all. Will the supporters of Congress vote for Arvind Kejriwal? Not at all. So it's ultimately going to be a mess for them. So we are rather happy that these kind of combinations are going on.
Okay, Harish, Shankar, how do you respond to this? And the same question to which I had to ask to Pradeep. Every time the BJP has come to the show or, wherever they go for discussions, one thing that they say, Congress is finished. But the way things have moved over the last few days, say last 2 to 3 days, if these seat sharing talks do finalize, if an opposition does manage to give a united fight, is this also a lifeline for Congress, something that BJP would not want?
स्नेहा जी देखिए, मैं इनको ये सलाह देता हूं कि कोई इस बात की चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है, कांग्रेस की चिंता ना करें। और जो ये कहते हैं कि साहब अभी तक एक भी अपोजिशन की ज्वाइंट रैली नहीं हुई, तो आप चिंता ना करें, महागठबंधन एनडीए के गठबंधन से पहले तैयार हो जाएगा। आज जो सीट शेयरिंग का हम
Right.
लोगों ने डिक्लेयर किया है, अब तक जो भी किया है, उत्तर प्रदेश का, मध्य प्रदेश का, वेस्ट बंगाल का लगभग तय हो गया है, असम का लगभग तय हो गया है, वो एनडीए के गठबंधन से पहले तैयार हो जाएगा। इस बात की चिंता ना करें। अब ये
Okay.
अपने आप को आगे रखने के लिए
All right. Thank you very
parties हैं।
much. Thank you very much, Harish Shankar sir, for giving us that response. We are totally out of time. Thank you all of you for joining us. At least some signs of an opposition coming together. Remember one thing, no election in any democracy is worth anything unless you have strong parties fighting it out. And hopefully India is going to have a great election this season. Thank you very much for joining us.